We're here at the Jungle. Tonight, the Fort Wayne Komets go against the big bad Kansas City Blades with a record of 15 wins, 2 losses, 1 tie. And the Komets are out this weekend, a 2-game set with the Blades, hoping to double their loss column, Randy.
It's quite a change, Tim, over the team last year. Kansas City was almost a sure win when they came in here, and its chemistry has totally changed this year.
Well, when you look at the rosters for Kansas City, it's almost looking at last year's Kalamazoo team.
Tell you what, Tim, you might be kind of surprised we were having some flu on the Comet team. If Mark Gavart can get a camera over there on the bench, you'll see Joe Franke with the
backup goalie
as the backup goaltender tonight.
Okay, we are set for the opening face-off between the Komets and the Blades. We'll see what Kansas City has tonight. Some big-looking guys out there, especially that center taking the face-off right now. Gord Granate. Opening face-off controlled by the Blades. Backhands it into the Fort Wayne zone. Mike O'Neill gets the starting goal, fresh from a 3-0 shutout in Kalamazoo Wednesday night. Scott Gruhl with the puck to the center zone he goes, and he will take a long shot in. And Flaherty had to make a save on that right off the bat. The rebound comes out to the Blades. They put it into the Fort Wayne zone. Todd Flickle picks it up for the Komets and backhands it out towards the blue line. It's kept in along the boards. Flickle has it up to Gruhl, center ice. And Scott Gruhl takes a look, drops it. No, he doesn't. Boy, he's shifty.
He wanted to, I think, Tim.
Over to Chin in the corner. Chin's taken off hard. Played by Lakso. He's in the slot. He'll backhand it. Oh, right off the chest of Tecker. Rebound. Saved
Boy, I'll
by
tell you.
Flaherty.
Great second effort by Bobby Lakso, Tim.
Right off.
Backhanded and then forehanded it. Just couldn't get it past Flaherty.
Former Kalamazoo Wings on this team this year. We got Dwayne Joyce, Peter Lappin, Gary Emmons, Claudio Screen, Ed Courtney, Dean Kolstad, Larry DePalma. Who the heck is Larry DePalma?
Sounds familiar.
Kevin Evans.
Ed and Kevin Constantine, the head coach.
Awaiting the face-off in the Kalamazoo zone. We have a slight delay for some reason.
But they're having a problem with the boards down there. As we were talking about before, Tim, number 23, Craig Cox, is the guy you want to watch for. He's a former NHLer. I'm not sure how many games he's had in the NHL. I'd say somewhere around 400 or so, 400, 500 games. Very big. It's showing here 6'4", 210 pounds, and he's been known to throw him.
Saw a real interesting heavyweight fight during the San Jose and the Detroit game between Probert and Gates. These guys were absolutely throwing them. I mean, there was no holds barred. They went right at it, and I still don't know who won. I think maybe Gates won it. Probert went off the ice with all his equipment pulled off except for his pants and skates.
Well, if you remember, about 3 years ago, he was to break in the NHL Hockey League right out of junior, and supposed to be considered the big contender for Bob Probert. And I guess he and his brother both went to the NHL draft. They both were supporting Black Eyes. They had been in a barroom fight or something. But I guess somewhat typical of his background, I guess.
Ready for the face-off. Peter Hankinson in for the Komets to take the draw from Mark Wilkins. Face-off in the Kansas City zone, and it goes back to the point to Jay. He takes a long shot, and it's knocked down in front. Hankinson takes the goalie out behind the net, and a
cross-checking on goaltender. Good
Yeah,
call. Good call.
A rough penalty.
He had the puck back there, and Peter was just trying to. He wasn't really trying to take the goaltender. He was just trying to play the puck, I believe. Trying to place his body between the goaltender and the puck.
Number 19 on their team, Dale Craigwell, looks a lot like Ian Boyce. About the same size, and I wonder if they're just as fast as Ian is.
I'm not familiar with him.
We'll have to see.
He's from Toronto, Ontario, and Boyce's from Montreal, so they're not too far away from each other. He played in Oshawa.
Flaherty gets 2 minutes for rough. So the Komets go on the power play. 19:04 left in the first period of play. We're just underway here. So the Komets will go on the power play right off the bat. So we'll see what kind of penalty Kansas City is able to come up with. And another delay. Having a heck of a time getting this game started.
I believe it has to be a man off the ice, Tim, on a play like that.
No, that's true, yeah.
It has to be a man that was on the ice at the time of the infraction, and he has to come off. Probably noticed down there, their player down there's got wearing a almost a full lineman gear on there. I would assume he had a broken jaw or a broken nose at one time.
And Jim Anstedt's played.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. That's De Palma, as Bart was pointing out before. That's De Palma with the, he did have a broken jaw.
Gee, that's too bad.
He won't be doing any fisticuffs tonight. I know he's stupid, but he can't be insane.
Well, his IQ has raised somewhat, Randy. He's 31 now. He was only 18 last year.
Typographical error, I'm sure.
So Jason Moore will go to the sin bin finally.
This should
about
be
5 minutes of messing
This should
around
be,
here.
Tim.
A 2-minute delay a game, or
this
what?
Should be.
Yeah, there we go. They waited too long. They jacked their jaws and jacked their jaws, and now they're going to pay for it.
It's been a good 2.5 minutes, I'd say, since the last whistle.
Delay of game, so they're 2 men short for 2 minutes. Excellent opportunity for the Komets to break out on top.
See, the Komets would be real smart. Just get up there and get ready for the face-off right now.
Yeah.
And see, they're still there jacking their jaws. See, the Komets where they're ready to go, they could call another delay game. That's what it's highly unlikely, I'd imagine, but they could.
Yeah, you're right. I doubt very much unless the ref really had the hots over it. There's another one. There's another one. They're shooting themselves in the foot early. Kansas City not starting out very smart. So,
well, we can't get rid of too many more guys without having delayed.
Maybe you'd like to explain to the people what happens when they're already 2 minutes short and another minor is called.
The man will be sitting in the box for about 4 minutes because they'll have to wait till the 2 penalties are up.
Right.
You can't skate him any less than 3.
So Kansas City shooting themselves in the foot early here and without even playing.
Not even a full minute yet.
56 seconds we've played. 56 minutes it seems like. Kansas City has been jacking their jaw at the referee and they're paying for it.
I'd do it again. See, Komets got to capitalize on this. Now we can...
I'll take a little snooze, Randy. You wake me up when they're ready to drop the puck here.
Don't let me do the play-by-play.
Okay, I think we're set to go. Bruce Boudreau takes the draw. It goes to Gruhl. Back to the point to Dupuis. Cross point to Richard. He shoots. Rebound laid right there. Couldn't get it on. A shot goes wide and around the boards. Kept in by Richard. Richard at the left point. Over to the slot. Dupuis up front. Back to the score!
Yeah! Yeah! Beautiful goal, Tim. Way to work the puck around. Now you're going to look at it. They're still going to have 2 men in the box, Tim. And that's a bit of the old Komets from last year, Tim, and I hate to keep going on that, but they just really haven't been working the puck that well this year. I don't care if you do have a 2-man advantage.
I tell you, Randy, this tickles me. A team that shoots themselves in the foot like this, that's incredibly, to me, stupid. I don't know about you, but it's stupid.
Absolutely.
We'll take the goals if they want to give them to us, but I mean, that's their fault.
Oh, they were definitely given the warning, but the referee was...
why?
Right on the ball.
Do they have 4 men out there? Okay, Komets get the power play goal. Richard picks up the goal. Richard tips it into the corner. Around behind the net, played around the boards. Gruhl goes after it. Gruhl picks it up, backhands it. It's picked up by Kansas City, and they get it past the point man, and it goes all the way down to Mike O'Neill.
See, now here's a point, Tim. I like to see the goaltender push the puck out to the player.
Yeah.
You're just wasting so much time bringing the puck all the way back in the zone. They're skating short anyway.
McRae along the boards.
Come on.
Picked off by Kansas City. And he tries to clear it. Gruhl stepped in for it. Komets have 56 seconds left on the power play. Dupuis at the point. To Boudreau along the right side. Boudreau takes a look around and he puts it over to Richard. Just missed the tip. Richard has it back to the point to Dupuis. Dupuis feeds it over there. McRae just missed a tip. Boudreau tries a shot, but it's knocked down by the defense. Backhanded around the net and into the corner. And McRae takes a run, misses his man, and Kansas City puts it all the way down.
See, here's why I say play the puck out right now.
Yeah, they're changing. There's all kinds of ice. They could have got it up to the red line. Colin Chin brings it into the zone. Here goes Colin, and he's checked off part of the play. No penalty.
Good play on Colin, pulling the player down.
In behind the net, oh, brother, I thought Lakso was going to get the pass off, but he couldn't get it done. So we got 15 seconds left. O'Neill makes the stop, and Kansas City in the hole 1-0 early in this game. It's Bob J. Bob J will shoot it into the corner. It goes around the boards. Wade Flaherty can't get there to play it. Kelly Hurd in the corner. Over to Lakso, back out to Bob J. The man's out of the box. Both sides equal strength. Back around to Colin Chin behind the net. Chin takes a look, tries to get it out front. Kelly Hurd has it. Back out to Bob J. And he steps the man, shoots, and a good save by Flaherty. He holds on for a face-off.
Great play, Tim, by Bob J. out the point there, faking the shot and then pulling around the defense for the forward there.
Good little move.
Real smart. Real heads up.
16:50 left to play, first period. 1-0 in favor of the Fort Wayne Komets over the Kansas City Blades.
Kansas City, pretty good sized team, Tim. A lot of guys over 6 foot. 6'2", 6'2", 6'3", 6'2", 6'3", 6'6", 6'4", 6'4", 6'4", 6'6", 6'1", 5'9". Where'd that come from?
Jeez, must have got cut from the Fury, huh? Okay, the face-off in the Kansas City zone is controlled by the Blades. They backhand it out to the Fort Wayne zone. Back to get it will be Scott Shuanessy. And an icing called on the play. Randy, what's wrong with Steve Fletcher tonight?
I think they've been hit by the flu, Tim. He's one of the players that's under the weather, along with Dusty Emu. Kurt Skinner doing all the duties tonight. Joe Franke taking it easy and playing backup.
And hoping and praying that nothing happens to Mike O'Neill.
Yeah, I guess Joe's been called into action a few times in the IHL.
Jay at the point, a shot kicked out by Flaherty. Tipped out, and the linesman knocks it down, and Boyce fires it right back in behind the KC goal. And what do we have here? An offside at the Kansas City line. 1-0. Fort Wayne. Good crowd on hand tonight.
Looks real good considering the IU's.
Yes, considering IU's got their first basketball game tonight.
I was hoping that'd work.
So the face-off in the neutral ice. Turner in for it, and the draw goes to nobody in particular, but Kansas City throws it into the Fort Wayne zone off the glass.
Good play.
Back over to Shuanessy. Turner goes after it. Bob J will run a little interference, comes along the boards. Hankinson gets it out to neutral ice, picked up by the KC defense, and Hankinson has it onside, but it was tipped back off the KC stick. Bob J picks it up in his own blue line, puts it up to Mark Turner. Into the KC zone it goes. Flaherty plays it off the glass. Boyce in after it. Hankinson there. Up against the end boards. It'll be whistled down for a face-off with 15:52 left. 1-0 to score.
Good play there, Tim, by Kansas City's Mike Coleman, number 27, holding up Hankinson a little bit, playing his body between the puck and the player, and so many times you see the guy just try to play the body and he'll miss the body, and then the player will squeeze by him. So it's always important to put yourself between the puck and the player, squeezing him off. Isn't that right, Mark?
Can't hear you. He hears the director.
Oh.
A little different on the 3-camera setup, which we are very pleased to have tonight. The big crew is here. KC bottled up in their own zone. And I would suspect tonight that we have a 2-line pass there, that the Komets will probably try to stop Kansas City in the center ice area. Flaherty sports a heck of a goals against average. He's got a 2.50 goals against, which speaks well for the Kansas City defense.
Oh, you know, I was talking about him before, and I was looking at his last year's stats, 4.49.
Quite a difference. Fired back into the KC zone. Picked up by former Comet Dwayne Joyce. Puts it out to the Fort Wayne line. Dupuis goes after it. Plays it off the boards. Comes up to the neutral ice area. Mike Coleman. And another offside pass.
It's good to see Martin out there again for the Komets. People haven't seen him play that much lately. He didn't play either game in Peoria, did he?
No, he didn't. He didn't even make the trip.
I'd like to thank the Comet Fan Club again for helping make that possible, and the Comet Hockey Club for making the second game possible.
Certainly. Ready for the face-off just inside the Kansas City line. Larry DePalma in for it. Played by the KC defense. Jason Moore. Comets in to do a little forechecking, but there's a big hole over on this side of the ice. Bob Lakso flips it up to neutral ice. Chin in with DePalma. And it's tipped back into the Fort Wayne corner. 6 shots on goal for the Komets, none for the Blades as of yet. And here comes Chin with Lakso and Gruhl, a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Can't get it through, a bouncing puck. Gruhl can't get much wood on it. DePalma picks it off for the Blades, and he goes up to the Fort Wayne line, takes a good hit from
punched him. He punched him.
And we got a player hurt on the play. Play goes on in the Kansas City zone. He gets off the ice, so they won't blow this one down. Kansas City comes up to the Fort Wayne line, wide left side, and we have a penalty call now on the Komets for a high stick, I believe.
Well, I think he was trying to get back to Palm over there for punching Richard. And I'm not sure if the referee did not see it because he was making a turn down there in our defensive zone as the play was starting to break out of our zone. So I think he might have missed that one.
And to give the refs credit also, a lot of times they'll be blocked out by a player in front of them, so they're screened and they don't get to see it.
Well, DePalma's no different now with the broken jaw than he would have been if he was, you see him still hit for the bench as he makes his move there.
So the Komets, a man short, Scott Gruhl, in for a high stick call. Kansas City yet to have a shot on goal. Obviously, Randy, Kansas City is not keeping the same uniform color scheme as the San Jose Sharks. They're wearing the red, whereas San Jose has the teal and white.
Look at the difference. Look at that Franti out there. Franti?
Looks like Lurch from the Adams family there.
6'6", 228 pounds. Reminds me a little bit of little bit of Dave Ankenbrook when I used to play hockey with him in the old days. Kept telling Dave he should have been a basketball player. Dave didn't like that. Left it up to his brother.
So the draw goes to the Blades. Dwayne Joyce at the left point, plays it off the boards. In behind the goal line, comes back out to the near board side, and it's fought for in there by Chin, and it's going to be fired down the length of the rink. 1:45 penalty time left to run against the Komets. Jason Moore behind his own net for the Blades. First time we've seen the Blades name used since the old Toledo Blades played back in the IHL a few centuries back, it seems like. Shuanessy plays it off the glass, and it finds its way all the way back to the Blade zone. Flaherty plays it there, and Dwayne Joyce picks it up. Dwayne wearing the assistant, the A for assistant captain for the Blades. He backhands it into the Fort Wayne zone. It'll be played by McNeil. Boyce takes it on around, and he's held on to penalty call.
Thank you. Very stupid play by Craig Cox.
Has making pretty good calls, Randy.
Very stupid play by Craig Cox. I mean,
on the power play and the offensive zone, not very wise.
The guy that size, though, Tim, he could have just taken about 2 strides. He could have passed Ian Boyce. Oh, look at him crying. Go to the box.
That's the NHLer you're talking about.
Yeah,
there.
You're right.
He should know better. So the Komets will come up with 58 seconds of power play time when Scott Gruhl's penalty runs out in 1 minute and 2 seconds.
Richard's back now, so he's, I think he's trying to take a little bit of a dive on that punch a little bit ago.
Hankinson in for the draw against Gary Emmons. A lot of these players familiar with Coliseum ice as they were in that big semifinal series in the Turner Cup playoffs last year with the Komets. Hankinson has it bounce over his stick, and the Blades will come up with it in the Fort Wayne zone. Emmons back. Oh, go, go, go.
It's a race.
There goes Hurd. He's got it off his skate, and it's going to be cleared up to Flickle, who keeps it in, and Hurd has it, and he can't get a shot off. 28 seconds left in Scott's penalty. And we got a 4-on-4 situation as a result. Off the boards, Hankinson plays it in his own zone. Emmons chases after him. Up the ice it comes, and Kelly Hurd has it. Nobody with him.
Oh.
Left off with the blue line. The Komets are on a line change. 2 seconds to go, and the Komets are on the power play. Okay, we've got a man advantage now, and here comes Dupuis into the zone. Fires it on around the boards. Picked up by Joyce. Comes over to the near board side, and nice check put out by McRae. Out to the point to Richard. Over a one-time shot high over the net. Back over to Lakso. Lakso takes a look around, and he winds up, fakes a shot, deep slot. Richard hits the defense. Rebound off the side of the net by Dupuis. Around behind the net to Boudreau, and Joyce has it, and he will put it all the way down. 30 seconds left in the Komets power play. Richard down to pick it up. Oh no, look out. Give away in their own zone, but they come up with it. Dupuis picks it up. Over to Boudreau. 18 seconds left, and he's hauled down. Penalty call.
That surprised me there, Tim. It almost looked like a dive. Boudreau. Well, what the heck?
Well,
it was a call, though.
The stick was there.
Yeah, sure was.
The stick was there.
I'd rather see it called and call them all the time than let it go.
Yes.
You know, I'd rather see it be called and then try to make the referee being the judge and jury out there.
So the Blades will be 2 men short for 12 seconds. If the Komets can get a clean draw, they have a good chance at popping another one here. Especially what I'd like to see in this situation is to get it before the 12 seconds elapse, and they'll still have that power play for the other 2 minutes.
That's our favorite, isn't it?
So we're set for the draw in the Kansas City Blades zone, and Colin Chin in to take the draw. Mark Wilkins ready to drop the puck, directing traffic out there. And the draw goes to the Blades. So that's going to, well, Richard will keep it in. Richard over to Dupuis. Dupuis takes and feeds it in front, hoping that it would get deflected. And behind the net to McRae. Chris McRae looks around and finds Chin behind the net. One-man advantage now for 140 for the Komets. Dupuis along the boards, back to Chin. Back to Dupuis. Takes a look, puts it out front, and about a foot wide. Richard picks up the rebound. Into the corner, Chin goes after it. Oh, McRae in to throw a hard check.
Right now, see, have Mike O'Neill come out and push the puck up now, because they're making a change, see?
There he goes, right up to the red line, and here comes the Komets. Richard, wide left.
Oh, now there we go, see?
And we're going to have a man out in the deep slot, and it's a shot, and a rebound lays there, fired off to the boards, and Chin has it. Komets try to get back on side. Gruhl picks it up.
Nice move by Scotty. Did you see that?
Off to Hankinson on the left-hand side. Here goes Peter Hankinson in the zone. Drops it over to Chin. Picked off by Larry DePalma. DePalma takes... Whoa!
See that?
Richard got one right in the face, and I think DePalma's going to have himself... No. Wait a minute.
Yes, he did. I think he did call it.
He did.
Yeah, Richard says, yeah, we're your cage. They're getting some static.
DePalma.
Maybe a 5-minute. He's looking for some blood.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you.
5-minute high stick.
He did call it.
Oh, fantastic.
DePalma is... My guy. DePalma, I'll tell you, I thought he was going to call it the other way for a second. I really did.
Yeah, that's a good one. He's out. He's out. It's a 5-minute match,
right? Too bad, Larry. Gee, sure was nice seeing you again.
Everybody's waving. Hit the road, Jack. What a squirrel.
I got a line for that one, Randy, but I'm not going to use it tonight.
Colonel Sanders wouldn't even want him, I tell you. And he's a chicken.
There, Larry DePalma, 5-minute major for high sticking in the automatic. Game misconduct. Start the bus, Larry. What a break for the Komets. All because of the relative stupidity of one Larry DePalma. I don't like him very much, Randy. Can you tell that?
I don't know what gave me the first clue.
There's been a few in this league that I didn't really care for. Boris Fispik, if you remember him from Kalamazoo, was one. Leonard Candia was another. Willie Trognitz was another.
How about Dennis Drogier?
I guess you could have to include him in that.
Ooh, wait till I tell him.
Well, that was then.
Yeah, I know.
But if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, he was a real tough competitor.
He was.
He did do a lot of that dirty stuff.
The guys I didn't care for were the ones that did the dirty work with a stick.
The Ted Labotas in the old days.
Yeah, if you're going to use your hands,
Bailey's.
okay, fine. But if you use that stick out there, forget it. Then you're a squirrel, as you say. Dupuis with the puck over to Richard. He cheats in. Gruhl, skate, score!
Oh, ow! Beautiful goal, Tim.
Kicked it right off his skate, picked it up, and buried it.
Now, if you see in the replay, you'll see Gruhl handle the puck right there in front, not just blast away, but control the puck and then let her go, head for the corner. I tell you, Tim, that's experience right there, and that is something you don't teach.
That's right.
That is something you learn with age. And my God, does he have some age on him? Highest scoring active player in NHL history now.
So the Komets open up a 2-0 lead. And if you're new to Komet hockey, for 4 minutes and 39 seconds left on the penalty to Palma, the Komets can score as many goals as they can, and they have to set it out.
That's right.
Richard Dupuis assists on Scott Gruhl's goal, and that makes it 2-0 with 9:51 left in the first period. And the Komets still up one man for the next 4.5 minutes.
He's throwing the visiting player out. And remember, people, the visiting player has to put a stick down first, then the home player can put a stick down.
Yeah, they had a little trouble with that in Peoria last week.
Oh, boy, big time.
Richard into his own zone, picks it up and takes it behind his net. Waits for the wingers to make their turn, and out he comes. Up to Gruhl at the red line. Into the Kansas City zone goes Boudreau. Boudreau will hold on to it. He's looking for somebody to pass it to. Out to the point. To Richard at one time. The rebound lays there. Oh!
The old backhand from Gruhl.
He had Flaherty cold. Boudreau to Richard. Back to Dupuis. A blast. It's knocked down in front and out to the sideboards. Boudreau picks up the rebound. Boudreau, what a move.
Tim.
Over to Richard. Fed back in, but the defense. Well, wait a minute. The Komets keep it in. And we got Boudreau. Shot.
Oh, what a goal. What a beautiful goal, Tim.
Boudreau.
Well, I don't know.
A bouncing puck.
It looked like going through his legs, didn't it?
All right.
The Blades are cutting themselves into a deep hole here.
They sure are. I'll tell you. I love it.
Well, I see Linda Jordan over there, but I don't see Dave around. She's waving her orange flag up above the Comet bench in a white blouse. Must be a space missing for Dave. Maybe he's watching the IU game.
Bruce Boudreau. Richard and Gruhl assisting on Bruce Boudreau's goal. 3.5 minutes left on that major penalty to DePauli yet. 3-0 already here in the first period.
Look who's the point, Tim.
Look out way up there.
Mark Turner placed out at the right point for the power play. You got Todd Flickle out there. I think they want to give Richard a break.
You ever notice how bad cold coffee tastes?
I know how bad coffee tastes first place, right?
Juan Valdez will not like that.
That would probably taste well.
Out comes the face-off, controlled by the Komets. Flickle back to Chin at the point. He'll put it over to Mark Turner. Mark Turner will throw it off to the boards to Lakso. Back out to Flickle. Backhanded over to Hankinson. Interesting power play outfit here. Ooh, look out, he almost had a
I think what's unusual
penalty on a rough to
goaltender.
Flaherty, I believe, isn't it?
These guys are going to be...
Kansas City cannot stay out of the penalty box. Incredible, Randy. I don't believe this.
They keep the same power play lineup, Tim. You'll see Turner and Flickle out there. Well, they're taking them off now, but Flickle as he shoots right, he was playing left side, and Turner shoots left, and he's playing the right side. So it's kind of an unusual setup. Usually the right-handed player will be on the right side, and the left-handed player on the left side. But a little easier to pick the puck off the boards.
I'll tell you, I haven't seen this many penalties called on a visiting team in a long time. In only 12 minutes, not quite 12 minutes played yet.
It's usually on us.
Yeah.
We're the home team.
Get this referee's name and we'll send him a little box of chocolates in the mail or something. I don't know what, but he escaped so far the wrath of Markham.
Well, gosh, I like to call it like I see it, I guess.
I know. Doesn't mean you're always right, but you like to call it like you see it. That's the way the officials are supposed to do.
I've been hit in the head too many times.
Okay, Boudreau has it. Oh, it plays off the skate of a blade, or the blade of a skate.
Nice
or whatever.
backhand. Jeez.
Out to Richard, back to Dupuis, over to Gruhl. Look out, he'll blast it. Boom, man.
Didn't miss it by much.
Short side, just missed it. Richard with a rebound. Back out to Dupuis. Back to Richard. He tries to collapse in. Makes a little move, get back out to Dupuis. A blast, goes wide. And it's going to be kept in the zone by Richard. Richard tries to put it around Boudreau, and his man in front fell down, so he hangs on, and it's over. What a play. And Wade Flaherty makes the save.
Scotty's saying, well, what the heck.
Yeah.
Good job, fellas. Good job. Flaherty really being tested, Tim, here in the first period with all the penalty minutes.
And the shark chomp has come out.
It was nice having the Amsuts on the Comet corner the other night, Tim. I'm sorry you couldn't be there, and sorry about the circumstances. But anyway, it's nice to have Jim on there. Had a lot of questions.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You see over there with Jim right now, you've got Jim Ty, his cohort at the radio station. He'll be doing the replacement.
Dupuis, a shot, score! I don't know if it was deflected or not, Randy.
I couldn't tell.
It looked like it was on the ice all the way.
It did. It looked like it might have shot it between the legs.
So that makes it 4-0. And they still have 2:21 left on the major penalty for Larry DePalma.
That looks so good to me.
I think maybe Dupuis had it all the way.
I think you're right.
It didn't look like it changed speeds, I think, so I'll say they give it to Dupuis. We'll have to wait for the announcement. Four bells ring. Dupuis gets it all the way with assist to Chin. And John Mark Richard with his 4th point of the game already, and we're a little over halfway through the first period. 2 minutes left in the major to DePalma, but Kansas City will clear this one out. Goes all the way down to O'Neill. Picked up by Dupuis. Boy, I'll tell you, power play goals galore tonight. That's going to make the percentage look real good. Over to Hankinson. He's got Lakso down the left-hand side, and they call it at the Peoria. Kansas City line.
You spent too much time over there, Tim.
Yes.
That's a tough move, Tim, right there at the blue line. It's a real no-no to try to do a zigzag when you've got a 2-on-2 or something like that. Right at the blue line. You got to get over the blue line and then make that zigzag. But
what a trip that was to Peoria, though. Speaking of Peoria, not much sleep was had by one and all on that trip. So you kind of learn what it feels like to be a player, and I can see why they were sluggish back here the following Sunday when they got home at 5.
I still don't think I was snoring.
Oh, and it just missed Hankinson on the tip. Kept in the zone by the Komets. Gruhl has it.
Watch this stick.
He's liable to fire from behind the goal line. Boudreau has it. Boudreau looks around, out to Turner. He'll take a shot, and it goes wide. Hankinson was a little bit too far in, couldn't catch the rebound. Kansas City will clear it with the 1:14 left in the major to DePalma. Turner goes back to his own zone, and he plays it behind the net. And here he comes. Komets on the power play yet for a minute. Boudreau off the Kolstad, I believe that's who that is. No, yeah, it's Kolstad. He cleared it down to O'Neill. 52 seconds left in the man advantage for the Komets. 4-0 to score here. And Boudreau, his skate was on the line, so it's onside. In behind the net, everybody is. We got 2 out front. Bob J. shot knocked down by the defense. Kansas City flips it into the corner. 30 seconds left on the power play.
Shove it around. There you go.
Comes up to Bob Lakso, plays it off his foot. And here comes Bob Lakso. Oh, tried to jump through, but Jay keeps it out at the point, and it's going to be chased down by Shuanessy. He tips it on around in behind the Blades net, picked up by the defense, and they fire it down.
Good
That'll
play,
pretty much take care of the power play, but the Komets have already burned 4 of them past Kansas City. That's an offside pass.
Good play back there,
up just a split second too far.
Good play back there by Dwayne Joyce. I keep trying to interrupt you. Sorry.
Go ahead.
But he did handle the puck real well back there to get the puck out of the zone.
4-0. With 5:17 left. Kansas City definitely not looking like a 15-2 team tonight.
Looks about as bad as we did here night in Peoria the first night, you know.
Yeah, boy, I'll tell you, what a night that was. It was like the Gremlins got off the bus with us. There was a few bright moments, though, that night, Randy, if you know what I mean.
Couple.
Yeah. And Flaherty hangs on.
Fortunately, Pat Stout is the only guy that knows what we're talking about.
Yeah.
No, it was a real good time, Tim. I really enjoyed that. I hope the fans enjoyed it. That was a great color on the show. I mean, Wednesday night, the color was just excellent.
Well, the lighting in the Peoria Civic Center is
Much
significantly
brighter.
different than what it is here in the Coliseum, and it really makes a difference as far as your picture quality coming across. It's a real nice place. I was impressed with it. And then, of course, the Peoria PR staff did everything to help us out. Very friendly people. Play goes on in the Blade zone. It's in the corner. And who's got it? Nobody's got it. They're still fighting for it. The ref blows it down. So we'll have 4:51 left in the first period with the Komets holding on to a 4-0 lead. Shots on goal so far, 10 for the Komets, 0 for the Blades.
No shot. Oh, my God.
Okay, that's unbelievable, isn't it? No shots on goal.
Well, I'm not going to spoil it like you did the last time we did the game.
Oh, yeah, Evo probably still looking for me on that one, isn't he? Peter, nope, Shuanessy. Got the Boyce. Shovels it into the zone, and Hankinson goes for it.
Still in.
Somebody lost a glove on the play. Oh, a shot just wide.
Centering past him.
And here comes the Blades, picked off by Boyce right there. Look at him, fight for that puck. And Shuanessy or Hankinson knocks his man down. Shuanessy goes back to pick up the puck. It comes over to Bob J. He plays it off the boards up to the center ice area. Dwayne Joyce plays it. And he tries it off the boards, but Scott Shuanessy picks it up in his own zone. Whoops, he whipped on that pass.
He meant to do that.
And it goes back into the Kansas City zone. Komets make a line change.
Well, if you excuse me, Tim, I got to make my run.
That's right, handling the shoot-off duties.
Be back in
tonight.
a little bit.
Guy Dupuis with it, up to the center ice area, played off his stick along the boards. Dupuis with it, into the zone, goes Dupuis right into the slot. Shot goes wide of the net, into the corner it goes. It'll be picked up by Dwayne Joyce from Kansas City, and it comes up ice, the neutral zone, and offside at the Komet blue line with 3:22 left, first period of play. 4-0 in favor of the Komets on multiple power play scoring goals, and the Kansas City shooting themselves in the foot early in this one. Face-off controlled by the Blades. Shot into the Fort Wayne zone. Around the net it goes and along the boards. And Scott Gruhl tries to tip it out. Kansas City still looking for their first shot on goal. In behind the Fort Wayne net, and it's whistled down. Nope, we have a penalty call. A holding call. So this one will be on the Fort Wayne Komets, and Kansas City will come up with a power play opportunity where they probably hope to get their first shot on goal of the evening. 10 for the Komets, none for the Blades. Richard goes in for the holding call. 3:01 left, first period of play, 4-0 in favor of the Komets. Flipped all the way back down the ice, and Flaherty makes it the save, and it's picked up behind the net by Dwayne Joyce. Dwayne Joyce up to the neutral ice area, and it's controlled in the Fort Wayne zone by the Blades. But that's picked off by Jay, picked up again by Emmons. From Joyce back to Emmons. The old Kalamazoo connection. Look out, score. So Kansas City up with their first goal. I believe Gary Emmons will get the goal. First shot on goal for Mike O'Neill tonight, and it finds its way into the net. Emmons in tight in the slot area. Let one go on the right side of the net past the skate of Mike O'Neill. So with 2:31 left to play in the first period, it's 4-1. Gary Emmons gets the goal. Kolstad an assist. And Evans and Kolstad, that was a Kalamazoo connection all the way on that goal. 2:20 left, look out, Komets pick it up in their own zone. Dupuis with it, up to the boards, and it's fought for along the boards with Dupuis. Kansas City up with it, Kelly Hurd for the Komets, and Hurd brings it up to the center ice area, drops it off for Peter Hankinson in the Kalamazoo, I'll get this right yet, folks, Kansas City zone. Fought for in the corner. Kicked out to Hurd, drops it back, but is picked up by the Blades, and here comes the Blades to the Fort Wayne line, still controlled in there, and they got a man wide open in front. Richard gets back to check him out of it, comes back out, and it's going to clear the blue line, back out to the neutral ice area, and Kansas City has to get back. O'Neill stops it behind the net. 1:26 left in the first period of play. Bob Lakso to Chinner, and it goes to the corner, where it's picked up by Fox. Brian Fox up the ice, and we'll have an icing against the Kansas City Blades with 1:11 left to play in the first period of play. 4-1 the score in favor of the Komets. Randy down to handle the on-ice shoot-off festivities in between the first and second period. The lucky people that get down there, if they get a shot through a little hole in the board, they come back at the end of the year to shoot off for a nice pickup truck. Little repair being done to the ice down inside the goal line. And now we're ready for the face-off. Gord Frenate and Chin. And the face-off won by the Komets. Gruhl, he plays it on around behind the boards. 1 minute left in the first period of play. Out to the right point. A shot goes wide. Richard, he'll take a shot, and it goes wide the other side. It comes out to the blue line, but the Komets were offside on the play with 51 seconds left. It's 4-1. Face off just outside the Komets blue line. Chin in with Frenate. It goes to Brian Fox of the Blades. He will fire a long one in on goal. O'Neill makes the save. The rebound played by Richard up to Chin. Chin just flips it out to center ice. Brian Fox with it. And Fox shoots it in on goal. Another save by O'Neill. It goes to the corner. Flickle goes in. He's got Gruhl with him around behind the net to Todd Flickle with 26 seconds left in the period. Flickle up the ice to Chin. He's got Gruhl with him. Onside. Chin makes a spin move. Leaves it off for Gruhl with 15 seconds left. Scott takes a hard hit behind the goal line. In goes Boyce with his man, and Kansas City plays it around the boards. It comes past Fox and gets its way out to neutral ice, and Bob J with 5 seconds left. And that's going to do it for the first period of play. That's the first period of play with the score of the Fort Wayne Komets 4. The Kansas City Blades 1. Shots on goal in the first period of play. 10 for the Komets, 2 for the Blades. A penalty-filled first period for the Kansas City Blades, and they dug themselves a hole. Not by any means are they out of it. In a 3-goal lead with this much time left, anybody can catch you depending on how you play the rest of the game. So we'll be back with the second period of play Stay tuned. You're watching Komets Hockey on ACPL Channel 10. And we are back at the Jungle for the second period of play between the Fort Wayne Komets and the Kansas City Blades. The Komets holding a 4-1 lead on a penalty-filled first period for the Blades. And they paid the price for their penalties. Richard already with the 4-point night after just 20 minutes. So we're all set for the face-off between Gord Franate and Colin Chin. And the face-off goes to the Komets' Richard. He puts it over to Scott Gruhl. Gruhl backhands it off the boards. Picked up by Brian Fox. Comes up to the Blades, and they break into the Fort Wayne line. A shot on goal and a score. We've got ourselves a game. 14 seconds in the second period. The Blades score.
You didn't even see it, Tim.
Making it 4-2. So we got ourselves a hockey game, folks. Don't go anywhere. This one's not over yet.
Hope that's not any indication like it was last time that Mike had some bad luck in there.
Kolstad gets the goal. Bronte gets an assist. 4-2 Komets, 19:44 left to play in the second period. Richard will pick it up in his own zone. Fires it around the boards and is picked up by Bob Lakso. Lakso up to neutral ice, fired right back into the Komet zone. And we'll have an icing call against the Blades, and it goes all the way down to the other end of the ice.
When I was down there, Tim, for the shoot-off, a Kansas City player was down there wanting to talk to the referee as he came off the ice, so the sheriffs had to somewhat escort him out of the area. I don't know who it was, a player that's not dressed, obviously that broken shoulder looked like. But that didn't last too long.
Yeah, that's a heck of a way to pick on a ref when you got one bad arm, huh?
That's probably about like De Palma. Pretty stupid.
Face-off is in the Blade zone. It goes around behind the goal line, played out right wing side. Fired into the Fort Wayne corner, and it should be picked up by Shuanessy. He gets it out to the point, and it clears out to neutral ice. Going back to pick it up, Claudio Screamin for the Blades, and it goes to neutral ice. Bob J will pick it up, fire it right in behind the goal. Flaherty lets it lay there. Screamin picks it up for the Blades. He's still behind his net, and he kind of tentatively comes out there. Not too sure what he wanted to do with it. Into the Fort Wayne zone. Kelly Hurd tips it back out. Jason Moore. And Moore carries it into the Fort Wayne zone. Look out front. Just wide of the net. Craig Martin into the corner. Bob J there. Shuanessy. Bob J lost his stick, and here comes. They kept it in, Randy. Picked off by Turner. Mark Turner out to Ian Boyce. He's got Martin breaking right side, but he can't get the pass to him, and the Blades pick it up. And come back down into the Fort Wayne zone. Into the corner it goes. Guy Dupuis makes the play. And he clears it down the ice, and we'll have an icing call against the Komets. Touched by Dwayne Joyce, and the Komets find themselves with a 2-goal lead now at 4-2.
There's only 3 shots in the net. That's kind of a bad sign. Of course, Mike wasn't having a whole lot of testing in the first period.
It's tough for a goaltender if you don't get some action all night like he had.
Stay in the game.
And then the shot comes on you. It's tough to get the timing. I don't know, what was the record for the fewest saves by a goaltender? It's held by
I think Chuck Adamson. Like 2 or something like that.
I thought it was 6.
I know it's single digits. I know that.
A shot. Blocker save by O'Neill. Rebound. And they're roughing, right off the post. They were roughing O'Neill up in the crease. Laid off by
Strum over there, Tim.
the Blades. They tip it right back in behind the goal. McRae slips the check, and around the boards it goes. Martin waits for it, but it's picked off by Kansas City. Still in the Fort Wayne zone. Dupuis picks it off, and he flips it out to neutral ice. Gets by his man, Kolstad, and it goes all the way down to Wade Flaherty. In behind the net, up to the blue line, and it's going to be controlled by Dwayne Joyce. Into the Fort Wayne zone he goes, wide left side, takes a shot, kick save out by O'Neill. Gary Emmons with it. And they've got a man behind the net. Played around by Richard, and it goes all the way down for another icing call against the Komets.
Someone waiting for something to happen now, Tim. It's just pretty, just up and down. Saw Grant Richison out there for one shift. I haven't seen him out there before this, have I?
No,
I haven't remember seeing him out there.
That was just recently. That was his first shift, I believe.
They've got the flu bug over there, I know, and it's got a couple guys sidelined. Obviously not Richard. He's got 4 points in this game already.
And he has the puck, and it's tipped off his stick in the Fort Wayne zone, and they've got, look out, oh my. Oh my.
Well,
if we watch that one on replay, it very slowly walked right into the Fort Wayne goal for a 4-3 lead now for the Komets.
I think Mike was trying to follow the player and not the puck. Doesn't the goaltender watch the puck all the time, not the player?
I know I did. I watched it go right by me.
Oh, right. Right through you.
A lot of times, though, when a guy will come in on a break, you look at their eyes. At least I would. I wouldn't try to focus too much on their body because they give you some moves and you'll go for it. But if you look at their eyes, you will normally be able to tell what they're thinking about doing.
Unless it's Cal Puritan. And now has one eye going one direction and one eye going the other. You know which one was looking at the puck.
Well, let's see. He's going to go for the top right and the bottom left corner. So that makes it 4-3. We got ourselves a new hockey game here, folks. Komets are going to have to start taking the body, Randy. You got away from that.
Look at that. They got all three guys back in their corner. You can't play that way.
And Boyce comes up with it out to neutral ice. Tipped back into the Fort Wayne zone. Bob J will go back for it. Bobby J picks it up. Kansas City on a line change up to the left side to Boyce. Over to Peter Hankinson. He missed the pass. Goes back in. Bob J dumps it into the corner. And Boyce back to do a little forecheck. And Hankinson comes up with it. Oh, he had Boyce on the right side of the net. Couldn't get it to him. Hurd right out front. A shot kicked out of there by Flaherty. And here, oh, my. That was the dive there, and they didn't call the dive. How about that?
That's right, people. I thought that was Bob Chase beside me. Only for a moment.
Okay, Kansas City controls in the Fort Wayne zone, but Boyce comes up. He's got Hurd with him on the right side, and Hurd goes in, tries to stiff his man off, but it goes around behind the net by Flaherty, and it's going to come up to the Kansas City Blades. McRae throws his nice check on Jason Moore there, and it goes right
Good
side
pass by Richison.
Turner, and he goes. McRae's with him. He shoots, and it comes off the short side. Oh my! Look at it.
You see that play? He pulled. Martin stuck the end of his stick out to pull the player down.
Oh, Martin would have ran him had he had him lined up right. Turner goes into forecheck, and it's on the near board side. McRae in there. I think we'll have it whistled down for a face-off with 15:03 left, second period. 4-3, Komets.
If you people want to run that back on your videos, VCRs, to watch Martin, the player got past him, and Martin ran his hand down the shaft of the stick and used the end of the stick to hold the player back. Ended up knocking him down, too, but real smart play. You'll see Chin do that a lot of times, too.
Of course, don't run your VCR back yet. You'll mess up your tape.
Yeah, right.
And we got guys cheating in, McRae and Ed Courtenay trying to get all the advantage they can. Turner gets the draw. It comes across the line. Richard will dump it right back in. It finds its way all the way around the net and offside up the line.
Martin didn't clear the zone, and that's what the whistle's for.
Good crowd on hand tonight. Randy's ready to write the guesses down yet. I don't know that I'm ready to say yet. Face-off goes to the Komets. Richard. Richard puts it over right wing side, but it goes all the way to Kolstad. McRae picks it up in the neutral zone, and it's to Richard. And he finds
right on his
Turner.
stick. Right on his stick.
Martin with a quick shot wide of the net, finds its way all the way around the boards, and it comes out to Gary Emmons. Gary Emmons into the Fort Wayne zone. Drop pass at the point, off the skate of a Comet player, and Flickle kicks. Oh boy, look at this. Can't get it out of there. It goes all the way back into the corner. And it's still in the corner. Picked up by Richard. He's having a little trouble with it. Flickle has it.
They got caught in his gill,
Look
Tim.
out. Oh boy. Look out. Boy, Randy, a little running around down there in their own zone. Right out front, nobody home for Kansas City, and it's going to find its way across the line. Kolstad with it. Back to Emmons. Gary Emmons into the Fort Wayne zone wide, left side, a shot. O'Neill the save, rebound picked up by Richard. He drops it down and puts it up to Scott Gruhl. Look at this. Gruhl comes up with it, and he goes wide right side looking for some help.
Nobody with him. They're making the change.
The Komets made a change, so there wasn't anybody home there. Scott, good hustle on that one. Shuanessy with it. Offsides Komets at the line. Scott Gruhl, really a crafty veteran out there.
That was total experience, Tim, right there. Knowing what to do with the puck. A lot of mixing up over there, the lines, Tim. You're seeing a lot of guys that not normally skate with each other. It's got to be tough for Al having the sickness on the bench.
13:30 left, second period of play. A one-goal lead by the Komets over Kansas City at 4-3.
Oh, there's Fletcher in the stands. Oh, that's a kid. And at 77, I got kind of sidetracked.
6,505.
Is that official?
Just to me. 6,505. And as usual, Randy will wait for the box office to bring up the attendance receipt. Shuanessy dumps it right back into the corner. Chin back around behind the goal. Lakso tripped down on the play, no call. And here comes the Blades. A long shot in. Stick save by O'Neill, and it'll be picked up by Bob J. Bob J. Chin. Lakso lead pass up to Lakso. Into the zone he goes. He's got two men with him around behind the net. Looks for somebody to pass to. Oh, and it's picked off.
Right on Cox's stick, Tim.
And it's into Fort Wayne zone. Bob J. has it. Left wing pass to Chin. Chin drops it back to nobody in particular, but it'll be picked up by Scott Shuanessy around his net. Gruhl. Oh, right off the man, and it's picked up by Bob J., or they could have had a break. Komets are going to have to get this line changed, Randy, and they get somebody out there now. There's Richison. Boyce has it in the zone to Chin. He leaves it behind the goal line. Hurd picks it up, and he'll find...
Well, they can't get the puck out of that corner, can they?
Interference. They just interference like mad on Ian Boyce there, and they didn't call anything. Behind the net, Kansas City kept in the zone by...
Good job by Dupuis. Nice takeout.
Oh, right out in front of the net. And Boyce fell.
What a beautiful play by Boyce. Really holding the...
Holy cow. Boyce was all over the ice on that one, on all fours.
Who finally got that?
I don't know. I can't wait till next Wednesday to see this one on replay.
Geez, now.
But But at any rate, the Komets score with 11:59 left. It makes it 5-3.
Well, that puts a little cushion on it, Tim. I thought they were really playing kind of sloppy, but they couldn't get the puck out of that corner down there. Great job. Great heads-up play by Boyce out in front of the net, Tim. You're not going to see play like that very often. So many times a guy will just go for the skate and let her, just pick up his winger.
Fourth playing Komets goal is fourth of the season, number 15, Peter Hankinson.
Hankinson gets the goal. I'm sure Boyce will get an assist.
Assistant on the goal, number 18, Boyce.
Ian Boyce with an assist. That's right. And the save by O'Neill. Look out, it's right next to the Fort Wayne net. Dupuis comes up with it. McRae tries to get it by Joyce, intercepted, and it's right into the slot. A shot. Rebound covered up by O'Neill. Look out, we got something in front of the net now.
Is that Emmons?
Can't see his number yet. McRae in there.
Yeah, it looks like Emmons. He's... No?
32.
Yeah, Evans.
Evans. Well, we're all familiar with Kevin Evans, are we not?
The lead penalty man from the old Kalamazoo days.
He had 35 minutes in penalties so far this year, does Kevin Evans.
How many games?
12 games. Rather meet totals for Kevin Evans.
Yeah, we watched his brother play last weekend. For one game, anyway.
Well, their leading penalty minute is Jeff Medill, who's not even dressed tonight, with 53 minutes.
Former Indianapolis Ice player.
Face off in the Fort Wayne zone. Boudreau and Emma's in for the draw. Gruhl has it. He whips it around the glass, and it's up to Joyce, and he backhands it into the corner. Richard back there. Boudreau checks his man off, and it comes out to Emmons. Back into the corner. Out front. Just missed his man. A shot. Save down there, and O'Neill grabs the rebound and hauls it back in there for a face-off.
Good heads-up play by Gruhl, Tim. You saw your defenseman. One out front, one in the corner. So you had to really get somebody back there on the side of that net to watch the KC player.
Kevin Evans down there in the corner working pretty hard.
Ron Swart was over there yelling at me, get him a puck for that shoot-off, and I was trying to gesture to him that if you rip my bill up, I'll be happy to get you a puck. But I don't think he quite understood what I was trying to say.
Rip your what?
Oh, I've got a bill down there at Acme Printing.
I see.
They do such good work, I'll be happy to pay it.
It wouldn't have anything to do with College Prospects of America, would it?
The world's largest scouting and recruiting service.
That's right. His new office is at Time Corners.
At 5812 Time in Covington Road, 5812 Covington Road.
Look who. Making an early appearance tonight. Ron Zerker, alias the Twister.
He's got a little more sway to it tonight.
Must have been all that bacon and eggs I saw him eating at the Continental Regency last Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, wasn't that something how many people we saw from Fort Wayne and Peoria?
A lot.
Unbelievable. Wish they had a little bit more to cheer about, though. Oh, he could get a workout there, throwing him out of the face-off.
And the draw. Controlled by Kansas City, and a shot. The rebound comes back out to the Komets, Ian Boyce. Ian Boyce, right wing to Kelly Hurd. Kelly Hurd has Hankinson with him. Kicked off to Hankinson, and he's hauled down, but no penalty call. It was all the play there.
Yeah, really.
Comes off the sideboard. Shuanessy checks his man. Hankinson comes right off Shaunessy's back to Boyce. Ooh, to Hugh. That had to hurt.
Boyce trying to ring it off the back of the neck.
Shuanessy to Hurd. Komets controlling the Kansas City zone. Oh, and it's off the boards, and Hankinson will get it for the Komets. Played off the boards into the corner. Boyce after it. Boyce in there with Hankinson. Fought for in the corner, and it comes out to Boyce. He's got a man breaking, and it goes over the top of the net. Around behind the net, Lappin for the Well, I tell you, every time I see these guys, I want to say Kalamazoo.
Yep.
Goes back on the defense to Ryan Fox with it, up to, and it's intercepted by Turner. He's got Craig Martin with him. He puts a shot on. Stick to the side by Flaherty. Turner gets the rebound into the corner to Martin. Right out front to McRae, a shot and hanging on is Flaherty. Woo! Chris McRae, Johnny on the spot. 9:41. This period's moving a lot faster than the last one.
A few less penalties. You got Richison and Dupuis on the point. Haven't seen much of Richison tonight. He could be fighting the flu bug too, Tim. You never know. It's got a drain in, you know what I mean?
Slightly. Turner chased, maybe. Nope, he's still in there.
Mark Wilson saying, I'll give you one more shot now.
Goes back to the point to Dupuis. He'll take a shot. Oh, Flaherty was down early on that one, but he made the save. It's along the boards and picked up by McRae in the corner. One of Chris's favorite areas out there, in the corner, working hard. Turner in behind the net. And it's going to be squirting loose, and Kansas City will come up with it.
See Craig Martin holding his player up.
Dale Craigwell into the Fort Wayne zone, left side, shoots short side, and O'Neill makes the save and covers the rebound. And now we got a little jostling going on. McRae is in there. Martin. Whoa. Not exactly the guys that you want to pick on out there, McRae and Martin.
Oh, that's the Russian player, number 24 out there, that
Mikhail
Kravitz. Leningrad, Russia. Played in Leningrad last year. Had 25 games played, 8 goals, 6 assists, 14 points, 20 minutes of penalties. What a scoring machine.
Where's he from? Leningrad.
Leningrad.
5'10", 176.
Kilos? Oh.
That's actually pounds. How about
actual pounds?
25 games played, 8 goals, 6 assists.
I think a guy like that, 25 games, 8 goals isn't that much. You would think it, if he's over here playing. Oh yeah, I suppose he saw the chance to get out of Russia. He took it, I suppose.
Sure.
Go play for big money.
Tell you what, you're going to see a lot more of that now with this, the Soviet Union really no longer exists. I can't blame him for wanting to make the big bucks.
There he is. He's not got the puck now.
Comes off the boards in the Fort Wayne zone. Comes up to Kravitz, and he puts it back into the Fort Wayne zone, played by O'Neill. Mikhail Kravitz in, threw a body check, and he fell down. And it's right on to Jean-Marc Richard. Oh, look out, picked off in the Fort Wayne zone. 3 Komets back to defensive, though, and Chin comes up with it. Gruhl had Lakso breaking just for a second, but couldn't get it to him. Jason Moore puts it up to neutral ice, and it goes back on to Dwayne Joyce over to Craigwell. Craigwell up to Mikhail Kravitz. He leaves it for Craigwell. In front of the Fort Wayne net, into the corner it goes, and Shuanessy tips it up to Lakso. Lakso to Chin. Right wing side, knocked back into the Fort Wayne zone. It'll be picked up by Todd Flickle. Flickle with 8:08 left, 5-3 Komets. Evans in to check. It goes into the corner. Flickle takes his man off. Right out in front of the Fort Wayne. A great save, O'Neill. He looked sharp there.
Way too much mess around the puck in the corner, Tim.
That was all Mike O'Neill there that kept it from going in.
I know Flickle's happy he stopped that because he just couldn't get out of that corner. The puck was bouncing around a little bit. You know, speaking of Kravitz, Tim, you're basically Russian hockey over there. There's just still a lot of skate. They don't take the body as much. I just wonder what he really feels. Even in the eye, they're taking the body a lot more than they would be in the National Hockey League for the most part. But when they do take the body in the National Hockey League, they take you out. You know, you see a lot harder hits than what you do in the eye. I wonder what his opinion is on the play of the eye. Maybe we'll never know. We'll never know.
And Bob J comes up with it and goes around the boards. Picked up by Boudreau, comes out to Ian Boyce, but finds his way back to Kolstad. Kolstad dumps it right back into the Fort Wayne zone. It's stopped there by O'Neill. He puts it around the boards, and Evans is in there with Hurd. But Boudreau has it. Oh, it just came off of his stick. Ian Boyce takes a good check up there. Joyce, look out! He had Hurd breaking right side just about. And here comes Kolstad into the Fort Wayne zone. A shot way wide of the net. It'll be picked up by Boudreau. Boudreau, veteran of many National Hockey League games in Toronto, finds its way up front to Hurd. Great save. Flaherty gloved it right out of there.
They don't ever skate past the goaltender if you don't hear the whistle.
Right.
Man.
A long shot goes wide of the Fort Wayne net. Kansas City on a line change. Picked up by Craig Martin. Up to Turner. Into the Fort Wayne zone it goes. Ryan Fox around the boards. Waiting for it is Peter Lappin. Up into the Fort Wayne zone. Wide of the net again. And it goes over to Craig Martin in the corner. Lappin fighting with it. Dupuis. Richison comes up with it for the Komets. Oops, and he loses it off to Gord Fronte. Back to Dupuis in the Fort Wayne zone. Behind his own net, he hauls it out of there. Up to Turner and neutral ice. Here he goes into the KC zone. He's got it. Dumps it into the corner. Going to be picked up by Ryan Fox, and Martin takes a run in there, and it's in the end boards and a whistle. Face off. 6:14 left in the second period. 5-3 in favor of the Komets.
Well, it's nice to see Turner coming to play tonight. He's getting the opportunity to play here and tonight, and he's looking real good. He's forcing the play. He's being tough behind the net, tough in the corners. He's handling the puck pretty good too.
Face off, controlled by the Blades. Comes out to neutral ice. Goes back into the Kansas City zone. Oh, it almost went through Flaherty there. Remember P.J. Flaherty played here for a while?
Oh, yeah.
An old Dayton Gems goaltender that the Komets picked up. And here comes Gruhl. Left side into the zone he goes along the board. Oh, man, what a chop he just got. And they didn't see that, and that hurt. Gruhl's getting off the ice. He missed that one. Oh, nice skate save by O'Neill. Picked up by Shuanessy.
He's cut him too.
Yes, he did. And the ref has no idea what he missed.
Well, no, he can ask the linesman what.
Yes, he can. And I would think they would have been in a position to see that. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen unless they do something at the next play stoppage.
You know, Gruhl probably would have been smart, Tim, just to go down.
Yeah. And back to pick it up is Dwayne Joyce. It finds its way up to the Fort Wayne line. Into the zone goes Kevin Evans. It's picked right off his stick by Peter Hankinson. Nice little move by Pete. Out to neutral ice at the red line. It's shinning around out there.
Oh, good move by Hankinson.
There goes Hankinson, right side, up shot. Good save, rebound comes out, cleared off by the defense. Out it comes to Dupuis. 4 minutes and a half left in the second period. 5-3 Komets.
High stick. No, we're going to call it.
Good. Oh, picked right off of Hurd's stick. And it comes out to Chris McRae. McRae just dumps it back in. Komets on a partial line change. Out to Peter Lappin. Lappin up the right wing side into the Fort Wayne zone. Picked up by...
Well, there's a match.
Whoa, look out there. Heard the glass rattle. Around to Martin. Craig Martin. Winds it up.
Oh, good move.
Into the zone it goes behind the net. Oh, boy, I wish he could have lined him up on that one. Martin into forecheck. And out comes the Blades. Ryan Moore at the Fort Wayne line tries to get it to Lappin, but Martin knocks it down, picks it up, and tries to hit Boudreau on the left wing side. It's in the Fort... Oh, it's still in the zone. It's onside. but McRae couldn't get it across the rink to Boudreau.
McRae's going to blast him here.
And it goes into the crowd. And what do we got? Just a little how do you do down there, folks.
I think McRae's playing it smart tonight.
Randy, I asked Terry Rolfe to come up and do the fan from the stand interview tonight. She just could not get the gumption to do it.
Now, Tim, you weren't going to be talking to her about anything special, were you?
Sure.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
We interviewed her son, Robbie, though, last season. Robbie, a heck of a hockey player, youth hockey.
Yeah, Robbie's doing real well.
Big-time goal scorer. Mrs. Ted Rolfe, is that right?
That's right.
Oh, yes. 3:22 left. Second period, 5-3.
Sometimes you have to turn the light on, Tim, to see what you're looking at.
Oh, yeah. 24, Scott Gruhl back on the ice, so evidently nothing serious on that high stick that he got back here in the Kansas City zone.
Kurt Skinner over there on the bench doing the double equipment duties and trainer duties. Pressed into service with Joe Kroenke playing backup tonight.
Shot on goal. Flaherty makes the save and hangs on. Good. Peoria gets beat by Salt Lake 3-0 in the first period.
At the end of 2 periods, Indianapolis 4, Kalamazoo with nothing.
Indy leading Kalamazoo.
At the end of 2 periods, Milwaukee 4, Muskegon 1.
All right. Milwaukee putting the hurt on Muskegon tonight. So good news so far tonight, Randy.
And let's just hope it stays and keep it up here.
We've got ourselves a good contest here tonight, 5-3 in favor of the Komets. They had a 4-0 lead at one point. Things got a little loose, and Kansas City made a comeback. Face-off in the Blade zone to the right of Wade Flaherty, the goaltender. Boudreau, Chin, Lakso, Shuanessy, and Dupuis on the ice. And look out, Boudreau grabbed his helmet there because Shuanessy wound up right behind him. And Flaherty hangs on to the side of the net for another face-off at 3:08 left in the second period. Shots on goal so far, 18-13 in favor of the Komets. So the Komets have been outshot 13-8 since that first period disaster for Kansas City so far. Talked to a few fans out in the hallway between periods. They could not believe that they were playing that dumb as far as penalties go.
Yep.
Looks like here's a couple 3 goals. We'll spot you a lead. Look at this. Lakso took a shot from the back when he was down on the ice. Into the Fort Wayne zone goes the Blades. He's got the Russian boy with him. Kravitz gets it over to Craigwell. It's off the boards to Boudreau. Boudreau to Chinner. Chin and Lakso and Boudreau. And Chin into the corner with Boudreau, and the Blades somewhat of a weak pass, but Shuanessy picks it up and dumps it right back into the Kansas City zone. Hankinson on the ice now for the Komets. 2:20 left in the second period. 5-3 the lead here for the Komets. Over to Jason Moore. Moore fires it into the Fort Wayne corner. And we'll have an icing on this an icing against the Blades.
It always surprised me the referee the linesman can call the play like icing when he's on the opposite side of the net. Just can't see it. I guess he takes it for granted the guy touches the puck.
Face-off in the Kansas City zone to the left of Wade Flaherty. Mark Wilkins to drop it. Hankinson and Emmons for the draw. that one messed up. Evans broke too soon on that. He's foot inside the line, Randy. He's supposed to have at least 1 foot on that face-off circle, isn't he?
Yes.
Boyce with it. Does a few good moves. Kolstad about fell down. Boyce checked off the play. Hankinson goes after it, but Gary Emmons comes up with the puck. And it's going to be put down on the Fort Wayne defense, and Bob Jay goes back into his own corner and picks it up, fires it around the boards where it'll be kept in by Kolstad. Knocked off by the defense. Jay comes all the way back down to the Kansas City blue line. Hankinson into forecheck. Joyce up to Evans. Nice behind the back pass there. Pretty slick move.
That was.
Bobby Jay for the Komets up in front of the Kansas City bench, and it comes loose, but it's picked off by Kansas City. Ed Courtenay back into Emmons, and it goes into the Fort Wayne corner. Richard goes back for it. 1:10 left in the second period of play. Hankinson flips it down the ice and into Flaherty. He makes a save in behind his net. Ryan Moore up to Craigwell, or Lappin, that is. Chris McRae picks it up for the Komets. Back over to Dupuis. Back to Chris McRae, right wing side. Chris McRae tries to get by the defense, can't get it done. But it's in the zone. Martin, and he's got a man to the right. Oh, and he just missed Turner. Oh boy, I'll tell you, Randy.
Cox, he's a big boy.
In the Fort Wayne corner, fought for by McRae. Turner comes out to nobody yet, still fought for. It comes around this side. Gets by Richison and finds its way out to Craig Martin. Over to Dupuis, and he fires one in. It goes all the way around the boards. It's played off by Lappin, and Richison has it back over to Dupuis. Dupuis at the line to Martin. He's got Boudreau. Boudreau tried to backhand it out front. Defense there to pick it up. 8 seconds left in the period. They dump it into the Fort Wayne zone with 4 seconds left to go, and that's going to do it for the second period of play. Up the ice, and the buzzer sounds, ending the second period of play at the Memorial Coliseum, better known as the Jungle. With the score, the Fort Wayne Komets 5 and the Kansas City Blades 3. Shots on goal so far in the contest, 19 for the Komets and 13 for the Kansas City Blades. So that will do it for the second period of play. We'll be back with the third period right here on ACPL Channel 10 and WOCL Channel 7. You're watching Komets Hockey. We just had a stirring rendition of Welcome to the Jungle for the last period of play. 20 minutes of hockey left. 5-3, Komets in the lead. Should be an interesting third period of play. Hang on, Randy, I'll be right back.
A lot of people requested the old back to the old jungle routine, and at the Comet Corner the other night, and I think Jim was finding it pretty surprised at the people responding to the Welcome to the Jungle.
Well, what, has somebody called the Coliseum and complained about what, the loudness of it, or the choice of songs, or what? Do you know what he was talking about?
That happens quite often. Jim was saying he felt the sound system was real good. I think there's still some bugs they got to work out of it or something. I don't know. Still seem to hear a lot of complaints.
Opening face-off for the third and final period of play, we hope, goes to Todd Flickel of the Komets. And Jean-Marc Richard dumps it into the Kansas City zone, played by Flaherty. Ryan Moore along the boards, picked off by Ian Boyce. He tips it back into the corner, and it's picked up by Kansas City. Comes out to the blue line. Boyce picks it off at neutral ice, and he tries to wheel a pass back in. Still fights for the puck along in front of the Komets player bench. And it goes back in behind the net to Mike O'Neill. Mike O'Neill around the boards to Kelly Hurd. Kelly Hurd back over to Todd Flickle, and Flickle puts it in, and it gets by Flaherty. But the Komets are on a line change, nobody there to pick that loose puck up. Here it comes, ooh, look out, and we've got Chin trying to make a check.
Nobody can take that guy out, Tim.
They had a couple opportunities. Richison with it. Grant Richison to Chin. Richison breaks for the net. Comes off the boards, kept in by Scott Gruhl. Backhanded on around behind the net. Jason Moore after it. Lakso there. Back to Chin. Oh, wide open space in front of that net for just 2 seconds. Oh, just tried to get it out to Lakso. Picked off by the Blades, and it comes up the ice.
Good play.
Oh, Dupuis puts his man in. A save. Good save by O'Neill. Comes right back. And Dupuis plays it. Kept in the zone. 22 is
Averick. Averick's having a hard time.
Having a heck of a time keeping his feet. Andy Averick.
The name like that, you'd think it'd be something from somewhere else, but other than the United States and Canada, he's from Minnesota.
Oh, and that one goes all the way down the ice. We'll have an icing call on the Fort Wayne Komets with 18:03 left. What a night to be playing high school football outside.
Final score, Wayne 19, New Haven nothing.
Wayne beats New Haven 19-0. Previously undefeated Tipton behind Dwenger 28-0. Uh-oh.
UCLA 48, IU 36.
48-36, UCLA over IU at half.
Don't underestimate people here, Tim. They're not impressed with IU, apparently.
Well, that's Bob or Gene Cady fans, probably.
Yep, you're right.
But, you got to figure IU, highly touted, ranked second in the preseason polls, playing at home, I believe, to the Bruins.
Of course, it's not over with. You know how?
No, not by a long shot. Only halftime. 12 points is nothing anymore with that three-point shot. Did they move the three-point line out in college ball this year, do you know, or did they keep it where they had it last year?
I think they were trying to vote to move it, but I don't really know what happened.
I think it should be moved. I think it's too close the way it is.
Shoot.
McRae jumps through there.
I couldn't hit the rim if I was underneath it.
That'd be a three-pointer for you, huh? Ready for the face-off in the Komets zone. Mark Turner and Gary Emmons, and the Komets get the draw. Martin has it. It's kept in at the blue line. A shot goes wide. O'Neill plays it off to the side of the net. Shuanessy in for it. Turner in for it. Still in the corner. Fought for. Up along the boards. Emmons with it. And behind the net, Bob J. Martin around the boards. McRae will pick it up. He dumps it past his man. It goes all the way down to the Kansas City line. And Joyce takes a tumble on that play. Emmons back to Joyce. In behind his own net, Dwayne Joyce.
Dwayne Joyce, remember that Pan Am team along with Bob Lakso last year.
Here goes Emmons, and we'll have an offside at the Fort Wayne line.
Offside. Channel 10 is Tuesday tonight's game for Comcast Cable.
There's our plug, Randy.
Wednesday night at 4:30. Thanks to Randy Markham and Tim Holt for coming.
Now, you were supposed to be mentioned first.
That's it, I quit. I'm not taking this anymore. My name was supposed to be first. So we have Jean-Marc Richard firing it right in there. Flaherty makes a play, and it stops behind his net. Fired around the boards, and it comes out to Richard at neutral ice, and he puts it back into the Blade zone. Picked up by Mike Coleman. Mike Coleman behind his net. Right wing pass off the boards. Stepped up by Ian Boyce to do some forechecking. It's just outside the line. Goes back into Boyce, inside his own. He shoots. Knocked off by the defense, Ryan Fox. In behind his net, Hankinson goes in to help out.
Hey, I say get the face-off back there if you have to, you know?
Yeah, they let them play it a lot more than they used to, though, Randy. Used to be a quick whistle, you know. They just looked like they were going to freeze the puck and the whistle would blow. Now they let them fight for it a little bit more than they did. And it does help speed the game up, too, that you don't get too many whistles in there. That's why I like the offside calls now. You got a chance to clear the zone.
I think that's a great move.
In behind the net, Jason Moore back around the boards to Claudio Screeman, and Screeman picked off by Kravitz. Kravitz at the blue line, he loses it. Dupuis goes after it. Kravitz hooks Dupuis off the play, and it's picked up by Richison. Grant Richison taking a look, and he shoots it into the corner. Goes in behind the net. Jason Moore for the Kansas City Blades. Up to Craigwell, over to Averick, off the boards. Averick after, right out in front of the net, but Colin Shin's there to clear.
Smart move there.
And it goes the length of the rink for an icing call.
Komets icing. Fans, we'd like to welcome a couple of special guests here tonight. They're all the way from Kuwait, and they are visiting friends here in Fort Wayne. They're at their first hockey game in lower section 20. Let's welcome Saddam and Max. Lower section 20, all the way from Kuwait.
I can see him over there, Tim. They got oil all over him, for God's sakes. There he is. Hands are just dripping with oil. She's scoping in on us. Oh, what are you doing, posing?
Me? No, I'm just staring at the camera.
Oh, I was going to watch.
Imagine having handheld camera fright after all that TV stuff. Play goes on in the Fort Wayne zone. It's in behind and around the boards, and it comes up to Boudreau along, and it clears the line, and Joyce will fire it back in. O'Neill missed it behind the net. In the neutral ice area. Who's gonna get it? Martin for the Komets. Right out in front of the net. Left for Dwayne Joyce. Dwayne Joyce in front of his own net. Up to Emmons. Emmons wide left side, leaves it in front of a whole host of players there. Bob J comes up with it. Whoa, he missed or did he miss?
Kevin missed. Bob.
We got Martin wide open. Oh, no goal. Hit the post. Hit the post.
Wait a minute. He's going to ask the goal judge on that one.
I thought it hit the post, Randy.
Nope. Denny Sheebig's in the back. They're trying to get off his mount. No goal.
No goal. Wait a minute. He's pointing.
Oh, I thought he was pointing for face-off over there. I don't know what people are talking about.
It looked to me like he signaled face-off to the right of Flaherty. I believe it shouldn't be a goal, Randy. I thought it hit the post. Right, that's what he's doing. He's having a face-off to the right-hand side. A lot of times when they point that way, they're signaling a goal. But he was going, I think it's the right call. Martin just missed. He hit the post, and it came right back out. And from the look on Craig's face, I think he knows the right call was made there.
I saw Evans get hit back here. He was a little ticked off back in the defensive zone by the blue line, and he went after Bobby J down there, and Bobby J just made a little bit of a juke, and Evans threw himself very heavily into the boards, as we've noticed. Now, you can say what you want about Evans, but he's a real tough competitor. Makes some stupid mistakes once in a while, but he's a tough competitor.
Play goes on in the Kansas City zone. It's going to be brought out by Gary Emmons. Fires a left wing pass over to Evans, and an offside should be.
Looked like he went backwards in there.
There's a call.
A little late, but
14:01 left, third period of play. Komets with a 2-goal lead at 5-3.
I guess if she calls, it's better than if she doesn't call. So better late than never.
Dupuis comes up with the draw. It's fought for at the red line and fired back into the Fort Wayne zone. Grant Richison forechecked in there, and it's going to be picked up by Hankinson. Hankinson being forechecked heavily.
Oh.
No, an icing call. Oh, played by the goaltender. Waves the icing off. Ryan Fox for the Blades. He'll fire it into the corner. Picked up by Richison behind his own net. Richison, and that will go the length of the rink for an icing against the Komets. With 13:21 left in the third period, icing Fort Wayne.
Former NHL Craig Cox out there, number 23, trying to get a little bit of extra leverage, hooking and slashing and roughing up the guys as any chance possible. But he's a big kid. Jeez, he's a big kid.
And the twister.
2 times in one night. That's a feat not many can do. Even the twister has a tough time.
Hey, look at this, a shot just wide of the Fort Wayne net. Komets clear it. Nope, they don't clear it. Kept in by, no, now it gets out to center ice area. Craigwell into the Fort Wayne zone. Bob J behind his net. He brings it out, backhands it up to Lakso. Lakso to Chin. He's got Gruhl. Oh, just too bad right there, Randy. We could have had a Gruhl break. Played back on the defense. To Shuanessy, up to center ice. Picked off by Jason Moore. Back over to Craigwell, left wing side. Tries a centering pass, can't get it through. Picked up by Lakso.
Well, getting his balance there.
Bob took his double runners off and had trouble on that. There comes Bobby Lakso. Oh, and he takes a good check right there in the neutral ice area. Here comes Kravitz, and it's going to be a shot, and it's high over the Fort Wayne net. It lays there for Bob J. Bob J gets it over to Lakso. Lakso looks for Gruhl. Gruhl's breaking. Goes in behind, and let's see. Picked up by the Komets. Lakso in behind the net. Down goes Lakso, and it's going to come out to neutral ice. Punched back in by Flickle, and it's played by Craigwell. Craigwell up to Evans. Kevin Evans will put it right wing side, and it's going to go to the Komets defense. Flickle. Flickle around the boards, gets by Boudreau at the point by, look at Dwayne Joyce, throws it out front. A lot of bodies there, knocked down by the Komets. Craig Martin out to neutral ice. Martin still has it, and he, look out.
Heads up.
Just about got ourselves a little girl over there in lower 58.
There in the pretzel section, yeah.
Nobody hit.
Down over there by the people from Blakesley, Ohio and Bryan, Ohio. See Kim Miller and his son, Logan, and his daughter. That's the bunch that have the Sam's Place over in Blakesley, where the Komets will go once a year to chow down. A big steak feast, yeah. Really
you
great.
went one night, didn't you?
Yeah, matter of fact, I was just there Wednesday night.
And so Sam's Place is closed for a week till they restock. Up to Kevin Evans, and Evans trips over the red line.
Well, it's a little higher in that area right there.
Right wing shot, hit the post. Hit
buddy.
the post. We lucked out on that one. Going to be taken by Boudreau. He's going to have Turner with him on the left side. No control on the puck. Boudreau being
a little hold.
Put into the boards, and Turner comes up with it. In the corner, around the near boards it comes, off to Evans. Up to Emmons. A shot off the skate of Flickle. Knocked down, and Richard up to Boudreau. Boudreau. Whoa, they kept it on side. Good job. Good job by Turner keeping himself on side.
Real heads-up player, Tim. Tripping. That's a trip.
Not called.
Unbelievable. See, I would have called that, I think.
And you would have been booed, too, I'm sure, wouldn't you?
Yep.
In behind the net, Ryan Fox. Right wing pass to Kolstad. No, that's not Kolstad. That's Fronte. Hankinson in there for it. Hurd in with it. Hurd takes it into the zone. He gets by. He looks. And a save to Flaherty. The puck comes loose. Hurd out front. Boyce, the rebound. He's knocked flat. Hurd and now Wade Flaherty covers it up.
Excellent job by Hurd and Boyce, Tim, really putting the pressure on the goaltender in there.
Heavy action in front of the Blades net.
You know, Hurd will be out there. He'll show some real sparks of stick handling talent and bursts of speeds. Are very impressive. I know Detroit's had some plans for him. I'm not sure what the situation is now, and he's still young. He's got a lot to go yet. Here's the experienced line out there, Tim.
Player update. Mike Butters, former Comet from last year's team, traded from Detroit to Quebec and reassigned to Halifax. So he's in Halifax along with Kaminsky and Major and Butters. Lambert, last I heard, was playing in the big club with the Nordiques.
Yep, I didn't see him play in the game there tonight. I watched out of Wrigley Field, Fort Wayne's only real sports bar.
And they called Kaminsky up for one game, I believe. Play goes on in the Fort Wayne zone along the boards, and Jason Moore in. We have a whistle and a face-off, and it will be to the right of Comet goaltender Mike O'Neill.
They got both those guys going.
Competition for the dance floor tonight. Face-off in the Fort Wayne zone. Controlled by Scott Shuanessy. Gruhl dumps it in. It'll be on goal. Flaherty has to play it. Craigwell behind his net. Brings it out right wing side. To neutralize he goes, and he's hauled down. No penalty call.
I'm getting awful surprised here.
No penalty call. I would have called that one. And an icing against the Komets. That one, to me, looked more like a haul down than the last one.
Yeah,
that wasn't
right.
Called.
The trip and the center ice before.
I'd like to dedicate this game tonight to my lady friend Mary's mother, who passed away suddenly Tuesday night of a sudden heart attack at age 62. Quite a shock to all of us. Phyllis Minor, by a lot of people, had a lot of friends. She'll be sorely missed, and the world is worse off for her loss.
Yeah, it was nice to be over there today and share a little time with you guys.
Appreciated it. O'Neill the save. A rebound comes out. O'Neill another save. He sticks that one behind the goal line. Kolstad will pick it up. A couple of good chances for Kansas City. Boudreau dumps it out and doesn't clear the zone. Turner's at the point with his man, and then Boudreau just reaches back. He's got Martin with him. He flips a high one in. Flaherty gloves it down and hangs on. So the face-off will be to the right of Wade Flaherty with 8:54 left in this game. The Komets hanging on to a 2-goal lead so far. Shots on goal 23 to 16 in favor of the Canes.
Well, you know one thing, they sure can't sit back and just rest on a 2-goal lead. They've got to keep forcing that play and just keep dumping it in.
Dwayne Joyce brings it out for the Blades, up to center ice. Gary Emmons to Evans. Right now we're looking at a complete Kalamazoo team on the ice from last year. Everybody out there was with the Wings last year. Every one of them. It's hard not to call them Kalamazoo when you see all these guys out here. Joyce tips it into the Fort Wayne zone, and Martin goes in after it. He's got Kevin Evans back there. Richard picks it up for the Komets. It clears the boards. Dwayne Joyce has it. He backhands it, but it's knocked down by Peter Hankinson. Hankinson goes into the Kansas City line. He's held off by Kolstad and taken into the boards.
There's a little knee in there.
And it comes up to the right wing side. Richison with his man.
Smart play by Grant Richison, Tim.
And
just
Richison
watching the man.
Came up with a puck. Oh, just passed his man and fired right back into the Fort Wayne zone. Guy Dupuis goes back and picks it up for the Komets. Kelly Hurd throws it into the zone. It'll be stopped behind the net. No, it's played on around the boards. And it comes out to the point. Hurd a shot. Boyce right there. Boyce couldn't get any good wood. He had a rolling puck. Goes into the corner. Out to...
Oh, God.
Richison dumps it right back in, and Ryan Fox picks it up. Right wing pass. The neutral ice fired into the Fort Wayne zone around behind the net. O'Neill stops it. He plays it off the glass. Fronte tries to break it loose. Boyce plays it off the boards, and Hurd breaks out. He's got Chin right behind him. Hurd stops. Looks for somebody to pass to. Komets were making a change, so nobody breaking in late. Chin in behind the net.
Look at Chin holding both those guys off.
Oh, right into the crease it goes, but the defense, Moore was there to pick it up. And out it comes, Fronte with it. Fronte, but Gruhl picks it off in his own zone. Up to Chinner. Dumps one off the board, and it goes back into the Komets zone. Scott Shuanessy will pick it up. Shuanessy spins around, and he gets it over to Bob J. Bob J tips it out to neutral ice. Back to the Blades line it goes. Knocked down by Chinner. He's got Lakso left wing. Here goes Lakso. Oh, what a save. Flaherty rebound off the post to the side of the net. Jason Moore around this side. Boy, what a chance. Comes out to Craigwell. Craigwell goes right wing pass.
That's a trip.
Yeah.
No.
My gosh. Rabbits went down hard.
We're really lucking out.
Craigwell into the Fort Wayne zone, and he's knocked off the puck, and Shuanessy scoots it around.
Oh,
Joyce with a real weak shot on goal. Shuanessy was coming through for it, and he's got Turner with him. Turner into the Blade zone. He goes wide right. Dishes one off to the short side, but Flaherty had that one covered. And it's whistled down with 5:41 left in the third period. 5-3 the score, Komets.
Dwayne Joyce and Scott Shuanessy there on the freezing of the puck in the corner, and you saw Dwayne give Scotty a little pat in the butt. They both played together last year on the same team. Well, oh, wait a minute.
You're starting that over?
Joyce played with Muskegon. He did play, but that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago with Muskegon.
My mistake.
Yeah, he went to Muskegon from the Komets and then to
Kalamazoo
from Muskegon.
Looks pretty nice.
Face off in the Blade zone. Boudreau will take the draw along with Gary Emmons. And the face off goes into the corner. Joyce picks it up. Here comes Emmons into the Fort Wayne zone. He winds up a shot saved by O'Neill and covers up the rebound. And gets that helmet down to get eliminate any possibility of a snow job coming in there. What's tonight's attendance? Yeah.
Oh, Tim, you beat me again.
Ooh, all right. 6, 6, 7, 8. So I had 6 times 173 off.
Now they're averaging over 2,000 more a game
than last year at this point.
Yep.
Great. Hope they can keep it up.
You see Lacey Mill over there in section 27 lower right off the rail. She's a big Colin Chin fan. She knows when his birthday is and everything. Where's his jersey?
Face off in the Fort Wayne zone. 5:25 left in the final period. Komets holding on to that 2-goal lead. And we'll have another face off.
There's leather lungs.
I don't know who he's working over.
I don't either. But I'll tell you, when I sit in section 30, I can always hear what he's saying. I can't really make all of it out, but I sure can hear him. Pretty decent game tonight.
See Bob Andrews and Dan Grimmer in attendance over in upper 29. Bob with a big yellow sweater on.
He's hard to miss, that's for sure.
Out to Emmons. He tries a shot. Nice save by O'Neill. A long rebound came right out to Todd Flickle. Here we go, Boyce. Boyce goes in and hit backhand. Great save by Flaherty. He gets it right there in the pads.
Oh, I wish he could have gone to the left.
Yeah, he had no choice. He had to take it where he did because he had defense right there on the left side. Good effort by Ian Boyce. Boy, he can fly.
Yeah, it's a great addition to the team. Mark Bart, Sue Tilbury interviewed with Mark Bart, Dusty Emu and Ian Boyce the other night. And I guess Boyce even stayed around to talk to Mark's son. Just kind of a real nice gesture on Ian's part. Just chewed the fat with the kid and really made a good impression.
Oh, he's made a friend for life.
Oh, yeah. More guys that do that, this world will be a lot better off.
Ryan Fox in behind his own net. He's got Gruhl with him, and it comes out to Lappin into the Fort Wayne zone. Lappin will take a shot. A weak shot. Goes wide of the Fort Wayne net. Todd Flickle with it. 4:50 left in this game. Gruhl has it. Fires it into the corner. Lakso hurries over there, but can't quite get it. And it's picked up by Ryan Fox. Gruhl had him faked out on that. Picked up by Fronte. Fronte Chin in the corner. Lakso in there.
Cox, he's a tough guy. He's getting, oh, look at him, yeah.
Over to Lappin. Play goes on. Lappin has it for the Blades. Oh, look at this, right out in front of the net. Boy, oh boy, did we get lucky there. That could have made it a one-goal lead. Martin with a hard shot. Look out there, and it's up against the...
Oh, I hope that hit the plexiglass.
Boy, oh boy.
Did it? Or hit the light, the goal light, maybe?
I didn't hear it hit the glass. As we were talking to James Quick Tillis in Peoria last week before the...
Great interview, Tim. I'd say that's probably one of your best interviews.
It was fun, but before we did the interview, I was talking to him, and he was interested in how many black players were in the IHL, and I explained to him that we had 3 on the Komets, which is, I think, the most of any pro team in hockey gone now.
Oh, no doubt.
And he was quite pleased with that, and he said, well, who's your enforcer? And I said, well, it's number 77, Steve Fletcher, but you don't want to mess with him because he'll kick your butt.
Did you tell him?
Yes, and he got quite a kick out of that. And then Fletch got into one, and I think he realized now that Fletch can throw him pretty good. But he was nice enough to autograph a picture for Ian, Craig, and Steve. Play goes back into the Fort Wayne zone across the line. Craigwell has to bring it back on sides. Jason Moore back into the Fort Wayne zone. Dupuis off the glass, kept in by Craigwell. He's tripped up by Martin. Martin plays it down to Boudreau. Boudreau just dumps it into the corner. The Komets will make a change on the play. Kravitz up to Moore. Inside the Fort Wayne blue line. They can't get a shot off, and it comes back to Boudreau. To Boyce. Back to Shuanessy, a shot, and it goes right through a whole crowd of people, and Flaherty made the save.
Speaking of players, Tim, that do play in this league that are black, we've got 3. There's one here, and you're looking at Gerard. I think I'm thinking Gary Emmons is. Real light skin. I'm thinking he is.
Well, if that's the case, that's good, because that's a lot more than what, Bill Riley used to be just about the only black player that played for Dayton.
Oh, and Al White back in the old days, yeah.
Not too many.
Val James for Port Huron, I believe.
I don't remember him.
Well, it's been a while ago.
Got to point out, 3 minutes left in this game, and Larry Agler has headed for the exits once again. So if it gets tied up, folks, it's his fault. To O'Neill, he plays it up now. See, he headmanned that one good, and look at this, we got ourselves a pretty decent situation. Hankinson to Hurd. Oh my! A shot.
Boy, that would have been a great goal. Just a beautiful goal. That's interference.
Yeah, had we scored, O'Neill would have had an assist. A shot and a score! By Shuanessy. Hey, yes! Shuanessy picked up the loose puck in a slot and buried it.
He's an offensive defenseman, my God.
Boy, did he do the double hand pump on that one. Scott Shuanessy with a goal.
Looked like Dick Weber, PGA or the PBA Finals or something.
That makes it 6-3 with 2:33 left in the match, and that one, I do believe, is going to wrap this game up. Six bells will toll.
These guys are stopping the fellas down here.
Yeah, ringing the bell. Just doubled his goal total for the year with his second goal. Kelly Hurd gets one assist, and Hankinson with the other assist. Shuanessy from Hurd and Hankinson with 2:30 left in the game. Made it 6-3. Flickle steps in. It's knocked down by Flaherty, in behind the net. Right wing pass up to Cox. It goes into the Fort Wayne zone. Right out front, nobody home. Gruhl gets it up to Lakso. He's got Chin with him. Oh, he gets it to Chinner. Oh, and it's a little bit high. Just a little high. Lakso in front. Score! What a beautiful...
Backhander, Timmy. Woo! Great second effort. I'll tell you, that's what splits the average hockey player from the spectacular hockey player. Woo! Bobby Lakso just
worked and worked did it and backhanded it right over Flaherty for 7-3 lead.
Yeah, maybe that goal against average was what I was talking about before, to 4.49.
Boy, oh boy. 7-3 Komets with 1:58 left in this contest.
As we well know, though, Tim, tomorrow night could be a totally different program.
Yeah.
You're looking at the same two teams.
I'm sure Kansas City is not going to let the Komets get out to a 4-0 lead on their own. It's just we'll see what happens tomorrow night. But the Komets, they needed a blowout, Randy.
Oh yeah.
Dupuis in behind his net.
Missed.
And they've got Martin breaking, but they couldn't get it to him. Goes into the Kansas City zone. Jason Moore spins around and avoids a check. 1.5 minutes left in the game. 7-3 Komets. Boudreau dumps it in, and it's picked up by Andy Averick. Back out to Dupuis. He just dumped it back into the Kansas City zone, and it's picked up by Claudio Screamin. What a name. Right wing to Craigwell. He loses control of it. Back to Screamin. He clears the zone, and he'll fire it into the Fort Wayne zone, and that was just a little bit too close to the red line, but Craigwell in behind the Fort Wayne net. Boudreau will pick it up around the boards. It's fought for along the boards. Kevin Evans and Boudreau in there, kicked loose. It'll be picked up by the Blades. It's in the crease, and O'Neill hangs on, and look at this. Kravitz, of all people, goes in and throws a cross-check at Boudreau.
Siberia. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, right. Wrong guy there, buddy. You had to get the hammer and sickle out to beat that guy up.
Kravitz picking on the wrong dude with Craig Martin.
Yeah.
How do you say wimp in Russian?
I don't know. You look at those letters, and some of them are upside down, some of them are sideways.
Yeah.
I guess just stick your tongue out at them. I don't know. It's a visual action, I think.
45 seconds left. 7-3.
Jack Lozier leaving. Starting to bus up, I think.
Jack with his, what is that, his mother down there? Or?
I think so. I don't think it's his girlfriend. His wife right behind him.
Jack looking real comfortable in his Adidas shirt.
Great interview, Tim. That was really
well, Jack's
really
a treat. He's a nice man. That was my first opportunity to meet and talk with Jack, and he's very easy to get to know.
He and his brother have the L&L Travel, the Summit Coach Lines, and they've been around a long time. Very successful business.
Well, I know he's got 4 guys working tonight. I saw 4 Summit coaches in a row filled with people on the road out here tonight. So things busy for Summit coaches tonight. 40 seconds left in this game. Oh, look at this. Shuanessy, he's going to take a penalty here, and they're going to get this one here. As soon as he gets up, it looks like Evans. Oh, let him go. Shuanessy and Evans. Nothing's going to happen. The refs broke that one up.
Well, what was kind of surprising is Shuanessy, once he threw his gloves off, he backed up. I'd have helped him up. Then wail on him. Not a whole lot to be said about that. What you looking at, Tim?
Bob Andrews. Bob can't leave a hockey game when there's a possibility of fisticuffs. No way.
The times I played against him, I wish he would have.
I bet you do.
He's a tough guy to wrestle down.
When Bob played for the Lima Blues.
Back in the old Midwest Amateur Hockey League, we played Lima, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, Toledo.
And then you went on to play for the Springfield
Kings
in Illinois.
That was fun.
And one of the Peoria staff members, what's his name?
Mark Olson.
Mark Olson, yeah, that's right. He was your coach?
Well, he was. When I went over there originally to try out and play for Peoria, they had a team called the Blades in that Continental League. And then I thought Springfield looked like it was more fun, and they had a nicer building. The old Peoria rink was one of those tents. It was like a kept up with the air. It was pretty neat. It was pretty neat, but it was real loud. But Springfield had a little better offer. A lot more fun there.
Longer road trip.
Yeah.
30 seconds left in the game. Boudreau got a penalty out of that. I'll explain that one to me.
I missed it.
10 seconds left in this game. Komets have wrapped this one up. McRae may get a score here. Nope. It's loose. Yes! 4 seconds. Richison gets it.
And Richison, Tim, was the runner originally to pass him the puck.
Ha! McRae shot it, and Flaherty made the stop, but the rebound came right on the stick to Grant Richison, and he buried it. 4 seconds left by number 4.
What I was thinking McRae might do is haul Bud in there and then slam on the brakes, let the defenseman go past him. I thought he might try that because he wasn't doing anything to accelerate to get away from him. So I thought he might hit the brakes and try to let the defenseman go by him.
Are we going to have time to listen to 8 tolls on this bell before they face it off? It looks like they're waiting for the bell to stop. 8-3 Komets. Well, they better pull their goalie, Randy. They only got 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Buzzer and the end of the hockey game. An 8-3 victory for the Komets over their first meeting with the Kansas City Blades. Kansas City's record drops to 15-3-1. The Komets go to 11 4-1, 23 points on the season. A 3-point bulge over Muskegon, who lost tonight. McRae with the assist on Grant Richison's goal. Final shots on goal for the Komets, 31. For the Blades, 18. Jean-Marc Richard. Richard gets the Superior Auto Player of the Game plaque, and somebody on the Kansas City bench just threw a water bottle at the ref.
Sure did. Oh, it was coming out of the stands.
Nope, that's the team bottle there. Pretty good toss from there, too.
It was.
So that's a 8-3 victory for the Komets over the Kansas City Blades. Kansas City right back in town for an 8 o'clock game tomorrow night. So we'll see if we can put the hurt on them one more time, Randy. We'll be back with the post-game show here at the Jungle. An 8-3 victory for the Komets.
Kevin. Killer wins it.
Nate fired back into the Kalamazoo corner.
All right.
Picked up by Boyce behind the KC net. Look at this. Fletcher just... I was waiting on that too. And there we go. Got Fletcher, Kaminsky, Corrales.
Oh, right there.
Kaminsky, I didn't recognize him with his helmet down. Kaminsky and Robinson.
Matt's having a hard time. He didn't know which one to look at.
Kaminsky lets Robinson have a couple of them. Robinson's just going to hold on. Kaminsky gets him again.
Oh, that's the wrong place to be, bro.
Comet players back off from it.
Thomas just back there.
Kaminsky gets another shot in. Another, and another, and another, and another.
Oh, yeah.
He throws it back into the corner. Beauregard will leave it for Richard. And here we go. Right here, we got Kaminsky. Look at this. Third man in is Russell.
She gave misconduct.
Third man in was Russell. We'll see what happens. I saw it. I don't know if the ref did, though. As we have a second and goal on the Komet 35-yard line. Kaminsky comes up from the bottom of that pile. Russell should be the third man. Kaminsky wants him bad because he came in after him.
Look at Cassidy. God.
Kaminsky and Russell over against the Komet bench.
I'll tell you, there's some beef out there.
Kaminsky and who's that, Noonan? Kaminsky letting Noonan have it. Kaminsky is not very big, but by golly, he's not shy either. Woo, boy, they're not connecting too much, but they're really throwing them. And Kaminsky takes his man down. Pound, Tim. He's top sirloin.
The 3-on-2 for Muskegon, and in comes the shot, and Lauren makes the save. Look out here. Gruhl! Is that Gruhl? Kaminsky and
Brad Aiken
are in the corner. Kaminsky took Aiken down. They're still throwing him. Now they'll break it up. When the players hit the ice, they get in there and break it up. Well, Kaminsky is one fiery character. Aiken takes the linesman down. And we have ourselves a little rumble in the jungle right now with 13:29 left first period. Kaminsky gets an ovation. Crowd loves him, Randy. From you.
Big
I
helmet
don't
was
know
down
what
over the guys.
Kaminsky's going to
Here we
shoot
go.
at because the guy's got a face protector
Kaminsky
on.
and Darren Smith.
Oh,
And there's Webb.
there goes my dad. He's leaving. Dad's not a big
This
fan
is
of
a
the
good one here.
fisticuffs.
Look out.
He's sticking.
Yeah.
Bless his heart.
Oh, and the refs get in and break it up. As soon as they hit the ice, they'll break it up.
Maybe 2 and 2, and the extra 2 was Kaminsky held his ground.
Somebody put a stick in.
Oh, I missed this one over here.
Oh, yeah, down here in front of the Indy bench, we got one going with Kaminsky. Oh, boy. Oh, man! He put the knockout punch on him there. Woo! Kevin Kaminsky put one on his man. 45 left, first period of play. Kaminsky and Russell going to go at it. Here they go, Kaminsky and Russell. And Kaminsky, definitely, oh, brother. Kaminsky took his man down right now. I'll tell you, this Kevin Kaminsky for a little guy is one tough dude. Regard. And Corrales and Kaminsky and somebody are going to go at it. You got a whole bunch of them down there, a big pile up. All the action over here in Beauregard, just kind of skating around the other side.
What do you got?
Okay.
Butcher, stand back. Stand back.
And now in the corner, Kaminsky. Kaminsky and Velio. Kaminsky and Velio. Kaminsky's winning this one. Kaminsky's throwing them good. Kaminsky and Velio. Boy, he landed one there, Randy. I swear that would have. Kaminsky takes him down, and he's still working him over. Kevin Kaminsky, definitely the winner of that one. Way to go, killer. Now I just hope we don't get the shaft on the call here.
The previous scenes that you've been viewing is how we best remember Kevin Kaminsky from 1990-91 hockey season.
Got Gruhl back around behind the net. Bauer picks it up. Up front! Nice little pass to the Lakso. Shot! Oh, hit the post! It's the post. Score! The rebound, man. All right! All right! Lakso's hard shot from the deep slot hit the post, rebounded out, and there was no doubt about the second one. Way to start, guys. Way to start. To Bernie, he's got it on his stick. Feeds it over right into Boudreau. Score! Make that Kaminsky. I'll tell you. Killer Kaminsky. Killer Kaminsky puts the Komets on the board. With 7:49 left, first period of